Good evening, everyone. My name is Oladeji Okekayo. I will be teaching you how to design with your smartphone using Pixellab app. Firstly, I would like to take you through the app, the tools it has, and how they can be used. So let's explore. You see this here where I pointed to. It talks about. This. It. Oh, sorry about that. It talks about the templates that can be used. If you pick any of these templates, you see how it works. Can you see? So that's how it is, but it is not always matured. It's not always advisable to use the template here because they look childish, and anyone that is familiar with Pixellab will quickly know that you used Pixellab to design it. So what are you to do if you are not choosing from any of this background? What you will do, we'll get there later. The second one here, this one where A is written, is about fonts. Everything about fonts, everything about what you will write, about text, everything about text. So if you click on it, it will bring you here the style of what you want. Maybe you save some fonts on your phone and you want to pick them. If you want to write anything, you see now, edit. You can just click on edit to edit the new text. I want to design with my phone, then you click OK. So that is what edit does. And if you want to delete it, here is the delete button. I hope you can see it. This is the delete button. You delete, you click on it, then it will delete. But if you mistakenly delete it, you come up here, you see where I am, just click on it, it will redo what you deleted. Now if you want to double this, then you click on copy. Once you copy, click on copy. Once you click on this, it will definitely copy. It will become 2 or 3 based on the number of copy that you want. You see this front to front and to back here, it talks about, it works for bringing text to the front of your graphics. So this is position. If you want to move up, here is position. If you want to move up or move down what you have been doing, you see I'm pressing up here and it's moving up. I'm pressing down, it's coming down. Right, and it's going right. Left is going also left. This is also for position, this relative position, but it works in different way. And what is the work? Let me move this one up, let me move this one back, down rather. So if you click on this relative position, you know I'm clicking on this. Let's work on this. Let's work on this design. If you have already clicked on it, any text you want to work on, you have to click on it. You have to select it, because if you don't select it, there is no how it's going to be effective. There's no how any command you click on will be effective. So let's click on this relative position. It has 6 options, and that is top left, like left, middle, right. If you want to move it quickly to the right, then this one top, right, then this one will bring you to the middle. You see the middle, then the left too. But if you want your design to be at the center, you can click on this and this. You see how it goes. Then you click on this mark sign for it to be done, to be effective. Yeah, this one is about size. We all know what size is. There are two ways to resize your work, to size and resize your work. The first way is clicking on size, while the second way is clicking on this point. When you click on it, you can size and resize. You see how it's effective. The next one here is about padding. The next one here is about padding. And what the padding is, like now as this one is, if I want to resize this, maybe I want to cut it down, you can move it like this. You see, when I'm reducing it, when I'm clicking on this, when I'm reducing it, it is affecting the text. Now maybe you have something that you wrote, if you write something rather, and it is so long and you don't want it to cut at all, padding will work. You see, padding left, I've put in 20. You see how it works. Padding right too, it gives space to the right side of my text. You see how it is. You see how it is compared to the other time. That is the function of padding. This is color. I don't think you need more explanation on this, but for better understanding, let's click on it. You see this color, you can change it to either solid color or gradient color. You see where this is, it means it's on solid color. That is, you can just pick one color at a time. You see, I'm clicking on the colors and it's changing. Click on one color at a time. Let's go back to our white color. Why this one gradient color? It means mixing more than one color. You see, there are different fonts here, there are different templates rather. You see this one, see how they are changing. You see how they are changing. Now any color you want to work on, either gradient or solid color, any of them you want to work on, probably the color you want to use is not here and you actually want to mix the color, you just click on this plus sign. Click on this plus sign. When you click on it, it will give you the chance to edit. For this color, for the effect we picked, there are two colors there. For the gradient we picked, there are two colors there, and that is why we have two arrow. This stands for one color and this also stands for another color. Now let's work on this. Let's change this color. When you want to change it, you click on it, then you come here to pick color. You see, when I click on it, it brought me to color wheel. So let's pick color that change, that it is evident that okay, we change this thing. You see how it is. Then if you want to work on the second color, you click on it too. Click on this one. You see that it has changed. It has alerted. Here has alerted that it has been picked. Then you also come to wheel color. Then you pick another color. I just pick random color. I didn't even match it. And if you want to change how you want your color to display, you will come here to pick any of them that you want. You see that this color places are changing, so you pick the one you want. I hope you get that. Now let's assume that you don't want to color heavy of your color, and or you want to give each of your text different colors. You come here, you adjust it. You see what I dragged? I dragged this. And if it is this one too, you have to drag it. You see? Now see this one. Let's color this. Let's give it different color. You see, it is black. Now let us change design to another color, which is, let's say, red. Now with my phone, let's change to another color, which is, let's pick pink. or let's choose another color that will be evidence that it was changed. You see how it is. That is that for the color. For texture, if you want to change the texture, that is, you want to add like maybe picture to your effect, you want the color of your picture to be what your text will bring, you come to texture. Let's click on it. Then once you click on it, we bring you here. Then the next thing, you click on this one, it will take you to your gallery. Let's go to our gallery and pick one design. Okay, let's pick this. You see this design, you see how it is. If it is not all this part that you want, you can just resize it to any part you want. But once it covers all, it means all the color on this design will show on your text. So after that, you can now click on this arrow. This, can click on it. You see where I click on, can click on it. Like, and if you want to change it, you see, if you want to change the direction, if you want to change how it is, that's how it works. If you want to change the size, that's how it works. Let us click on this and let's move on. You see now, you see that all the design has taken effects on our design. Now, if you want the ratio to be more, you just have to enable it, and you can resize the scale here, how you want it to look. We will still have a design that you will see the effects of what I just said. This is opacity. Opacity increases the visibility of the text. You see that it's like appearing and disappearing. And if you want to effect shadow, you on this or you off it. That's how it works. For rotation, for rotation, we all know what rotation is all about. When you click on rotation, you rotate your text. You can just exploit the app to know what it all works for. This one is mask. When you click on it, you see what it does, how you want your text to be. Anything you want to do. You see, if you want to mask in, that is in, this is in. And if you want to mask out, let's mask out and see how it is. You see how it is, how you want your text to be seen. You see how it is. Then the effects too, the options too are there. So the next one is about fonts, how you want your text to be written. When you click on it, there are different fonts. When you click on any of them, you can just click OK. Then this one is about style, that is where you bold, where you italize, and you can underline. You see bold, it is more bolding than before. Highlight, you see, italize, then you can underline. And if you don't want any of those functions, you can always click undo, then you click your work. Same thing as others. Where we are at curve. Okay, this curve talks about how you want your work to be. You see, let's curve. You see how it is. And if it is down, you see how it is just like that, anyhow you want it. And if you want to undo it, click on this design if you want to undo what you've done. So I've clicked on it, I've undo what was done. You can also use this sign to rotate your text. Now the next one is background. The next one is background, and that is the background of your text. If you want your text to have background, just click on it, then you click on enable. Once you click on when you click on enable, you see, then you can also change the color of your background, the way you choose the color for your text. Now align talks about where you want your word to be. Like now, let's click on it. You can align left, you can align at the center and at the right, and if you want to justify, you justify, just like that. Let's go to spacing. Spacing talks about, you see this arrow, the arrow is like this. It means the space you give your your design horizontally, and this is, you see how it is, you should just give it white space. Let's maybe adjust this so you understand what I'm talking about. Spacing, you see how it is, you see how it is. Then you can always redo what you did if it's not what you want, if that's not what you want. So this one is vertical, you can just give space within this and that. See how it is. Now here is stroke. Stroke gives you the chance to put like lines around your text. You see, you can reduce the size of your stroke here, either negatively or positively. That positive sign is increase while the negative sign is decrease. So if you increase this, you see how it is. And you can also change the color of the stroke. You see that it is changing. Then you can reduce the size of the stroke too. Let's go to shadow. Shadow is what you want behind your text. Like, we all know what shadow is, like ojiji. If you want your text to reflect backward, you just enable it, and you can also increase or decrease the opacity of your shadow. Then you can make it more blurry, or you can make it sharper. You see how it is. Then you can enable outglow shadow. If you want the shadow to be so much, you just enable it. See, if you want it to go offset, like to the side, to the left, right hand side, or to the left hand side, you can always do it. You see how it is. Anywhere you want your shadow to be, you can just place it. The next one is inner shadow. Inner shadow, it's the opposite of the normal shadow. When you click on it and enable it, it gives your work shadow instead of outside. Now this emboss is 3D work. When you click on a emboss and you enable it, you see how it works. You can just rotate it where you want the light to be. You can exploit this. It is very interesting. We are still on test though. So the next one is perspective. The perspective, when you click on it, it gives you the chance to reshape your, what's it called, your text, how you want it to be seen, how you want it to be written. You see how it is. Like, there are some words that you will bend. You see now how your work, how the text is. Now if you want to redo it, you click on redo to, and if you don't want it, you have to go back. This is 3D rotation. How do you want your work to be? Just like this, like this, like this. Actually, before you can use this 3D, location, you have to use 3D test so it works together. Let's click on 3D test and let us enable it. You see the perspective of it, the depth of your test, and the oblique will go outside or inside the way you want it to be. And you can also change the color to be anything you want, either black. Let's pick this perspective and see how it is. So just explore everything. It is so easy to understand. And this is shadow, the 3D shadow. When you enable it, it gives shadow to your work. It can be 100% opacity, or it can be adjusted here. It can be blurry, it can be sharper, based on what you want. It can expand it anyhow you want it. While the last one here under test is reflection. How do you want your work to be? You want it to reflect, so you can increase the vertical offset, or you can decrease it based on anyhow you want it. That is all for the test. We have a longer video already, so let's stop it here and we will continue later. Don't get bored, you are going to enjoy this class. Love you.